Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mike Reviews It All. Bellator might have just hit a home run with their next card, well, their next biggest card and the second pay-per-view in their history. Bellator 180 in New York City, $49.99 pay-per-view. I'm actually going to say this is worth the price and worth the wait. Three huge historic matchups here. Three incredible matchups, I think, and that's not counting the fourth to last fight with Michael Chandler. You can look that one up if you want, but I'm going to break down the three main ones. First, King Mo just beat Rampage Jackson. Rampage, of course, looked unmotivated, but he really beat Rampage for probably the second time. Most people thought he won the first fight too. Guy's been on a tear. He's an incredible wrestler, but the guy that the UFC let go, Bellator just signed, Ryan Bader, is going to step in against King Mo. He said he only came to Bellator to fight for a championship, but he said he would make an exception for King Mo because he wants to fight in Madison Square Garden. I think it'll be a good fight, but I think Bader is just too explosive. I think he's on another level. I think he wins either by a submission, a late submission, or definitely wins a decision. Ryan Bader in that one all day long. I'd put my money on Bader. Co-main event is Matt Mitroine versus motherfucking Fedor Emelianenko. Anytime you get to see Fedor fight, it's a treat because you're seeing the best heavyweight probably in the history of mixed martial arts. The problem is that was probably 5 years ago. Matt Mitroine hits like a tank. The guy is big, he's athletic, and he's younger. I think Mitroine takes this one easily. Unfortunately, I think he clips Fedor and probably knocks him out in the second round. And that's the way I'm calling Fedor's fight to end. Put your money on Mitroine and look for some favorable odds if you're betting. The main event is a fight that was built up for years, and then both guys got suspended. It was really weird. Wanderlei the Axe Murderer Silva versus Chael Sonnen. These guys are both up there. Wanderlei's a little older, but he still looked good in his last couple fights. He's not so far removed from a huge win against Brian Stan. I think it was 2014. Of course, he was suspended, I think, for 2 years for running out on a drug test. Both these guys have positive in the past for PEDs, so that's not going to be anything to be concerned with. What I'm concerned with is Chael Sonnen is it just looked like he'd lost the inspiration. He wasn't in the fight with Tito Ortiz at all. He never was. And Tito was an old fighter, a guy that probably shouldn't be in there anymore. And Chael couldn't even take him out. That makes me start to think that Chael probably shouldn't be in there. Unless he's a lot more motivated for this one. I see Wanderlei just outstriking him, shoving Chael off in his takedowns. He's going to be stronger than Chael. I think he's still faster. He's a much better striker. I take Vandy to win this one by knockout in the second round. So if you're putting your money down, these are my picks for the top three fights. Bader beats King Mo. Matt Mitroine destroys Fedor, and Wanderlei, the Axe Murderer Silva, knocks out Chael Sonnen. Put your money down on those three fights, and I don't think you walk out with less money than you came in with. I'm not a betting guy, but those are my predictions for Bellator 180. And the big win, I think, here is for Bellator. So they come out with a super card, recognizable names. I thought they probably should have used Fedor and Mitroine fight as the main event. Maybe Silva and Sonnen's fight has lost their gotten a little lackluster, but everybody still wants to see Fedor fight. But I think this is a great card. Like I said, Michael Chandler's on there as well. I can't remember who he's fighting, but you can look it up. Bellator 180 in Madison Square Garden in New York. If you can't be there, I would catch it on pay-per-view, which I will be. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Mike Reviews It All, and have a great week, guys.